So as John mentioned, when you open up the workflow with your browser, the workflow software with your browser, you end up in our drop zone. So this one, the tiles are zones where you can drop files to process them into different workflows. And to make you understand what is the difference, I just want to start with a kind of pre-flight of documents. And therefore, I take these two files, the A one and the BIS card, and I drag and drop them into my workflow, which will explain me what kind of file we have to process. So I just drag and drop this into that drop zone. And here I change to my view of my already processed jobs. And right now the two news are processing. And as soon as they are processed, I can look into my summarization, let's say here at the end. So if I click on this one now, I will see over here my pre-flight. So here I do get an explanation what is inside that document, what should I have to take care of, why, which page sizes I do have, and so on. And in the same time, the large language model, in that moment, Claude, is looking inside the document structure and identify the document based on the structure, what that should be. So if you read that text, you will find that it's a description of an invoice, and therefore the workflow decide that this job has to be in the category of invoice or bills. So now I open up the second one. That file was called BIS card. So all of us would expect that this should be a BIS card. And if I'm now looking into my pre-flight, I will find out, no, this document is not a business card. It must be something else because it has 15 pages. No business card has 15 pages. Normally we do have 1 or 2 pages. So this is a 15-page document in the size of US letter size. And there are some other criteria which let us decide that this is a catalog. So out of that, we categorize now this document as a catalog. So this is done by our AI integration. So in my workflow, I'm using Claude. The reason why is Claude is not keeping the data. Claude is just providing us the technology to run that functionality in our workflow. So in that kind, the files will not flow somewhere in the cloud. It will stay at your system.